under the umbrella of the circular economy, you have three mega trends that are pushing really hard this transition that for me is inevitable. First is the green energy transition that I see it's really closely related to what PFAN has been promoting throughout the years. And this is really, really close to the material reality of our economy and our planet. The second megatrend is the fourth industrial revolution. That is the force that makes circularity a reality. And the third megatrend is the post-pandemic recovery, where we will see that the circular economy is really, really a solution in order to solve this big issue we have right now. So first, green energy transition. Definitely, we will have to decouple from fossil fuels in a really important way. Some studies say 43%, another one say 96% by 2050. And this is a really, really important issue, because when we imagine this decoupling, we picture images like this: solar panels, wind turbines, and hydroelectric energy. And in fact, there's a lot of data that back this up. In fact, I highly recommend you to read, there's a footnote, Stanford University report that has been developed for the last 10 years that states that it's absolutely possible that by 2050, we can move towards a 100% clean energy economy through wind energy, solar energy, energy efficiency. And the great thing about this is that by doing this, we can create 28.6 million jobs and reduce up to 91% energy costs, health, and environment costs. So this is really an important thing. But at the same time, we need to understand how we can do this. And I have this really cool quote from Yuval Noah Harari, that he says that by investing an extra 2% of GDP, of global GDP, we can develop eco-friendly technologies and infrastructure each year in order to become a 1.5 degrees Celsius. And that's why activities such as the one we're promoting through PFAN are crucial in order to do this. So what is the important thing and the relationship about the green technologies and materials? That in order to create and generate all these technologies, we need a lot of materials. That's the thermodynamic reality. We will need a lot of nickel, lithium, cobalt, copper. Me coming from a country that produces 30% of the copper of the world, graphite, aluminum, and vanadium. So this is a crucial part and a really highly strategic theme that we need to focus in terms of promoting a serious circular economy transition. Why I say this? Because when we go to the data and we see that in order to become a 1.5 degrees Celsius world, we will need to increase exponentially the consumption of copper, lithium, silver, molybdenum, and mostly all of the natural resources we have on Earth. So this is a really crucial part and a threat for what we are doing right now. But that's why we need to promote circularity in terms of mixing the great activities we have on our Earth. First, we will need a lot of extractive mining. That's a reality. But we also need to recover all the materials that we've already produced and generated. In fact, when you compare extractive to urban mining, you see that in 1 ton of ore, you can find approximately 5 grams of gold, 200 grams of silver, 6 kilograms of copper. But in 1 ton of discarded cell phones, you can see that you can get a lot of new materials that are already processed and are really, really highly valuable. I mean, you compare copper, silver, and gold. So urban mining and these circular economy models are crucial in order to generate these materials that are really, really important for the green technology, the green energy revolution. So the great thing about this new industry is, as Saad Rasook, and a green energy entrepreneur, said, that the DNA of the clean energy industry is built is to build a circular economy around its products, and the industry has its heart and pockets in the right place. So that is a great sign of, for example, the projects that PFAN has been pushing throughout the years. Because this is a reality. We have threats and also opportunities. I don't know if you've seen these pictures of wind turbines and solar panels after their life cycle it's over. The great thing is that we see a great opportunity of circular economy in terms of these projects. For example, in terms of wind turbines, the project Zebra already manufacture a 100% recycled wind blade from wind turbines waste. So that's a great example of circular economy on green technology projects. For solar panels, we see that 90% of solar panels are fully recycled, and in the EU, you have some laws that are pushing this further, and we will see that, and we see that as a trend worldwide. So for only focusing on solar panels, we see a great opportunity in terms of circular economy, and we think that through PFAN we can push this already from the previous projects we've developed. And I want to give you some really interesting data. For example, we can recycle or the economic recovery from solar panels. We see it's around $450 million, and we can fabricate 60 million solar panels out of recycled materials, generating 18 gigawatts by 2030 of energy. And if we move further in time, it can increase to $15 billion and create 22 billion solar panels, generating 630 gigawatts. Just to remember that France generates by itself 40 gigawatts of energy. So there's great opportunity on circularity in terms of green energy technologies. I just read this report last year, and I thought it was really important to add to this presentation. The World Energy Transition Outlook for this year of IRENA. It shows that in order to limit global warming, we will need to increase 30% more what it was estimated in terms of investment to $131 trillion. So that's why it's so important to see that the financial sector is pushing circularity, and also PFAN is promoting this transition. I put this quote here, that transforming the energy system is not simple about switching energy sources. It extends to ensuring the efficient use of energy sectors across. Innovation, recycling, and the circular economy will play a significant role in the pursuit of efficiency over the medium and long term. That's what IRENA on this report is stating. But it goes further. In fact, I calculated this, and the circular economy term appears 30 times on this report. In the report of 2020, it appeared one time. So you see clearly the trend of the importance of circular economy. It's also it's saying that circular economy for a 1.5 degrees Celsius will require an investment of $25 billion per year from 2021 to 2030. So again, that's why it's so important that we see PFAN promoting circularity and mixing it with the project matrix we've been pushing in the past. And what is one of the recommended policies to integrate from IRENA? I mean, integrate circular economic components in product design to consider end-of-life reuse and recycling, mandate minimum amounts of recycled content in new products, increase the role of standardization to improve recycling, and adopt analysis frameworks to understand critical material flows. So we see it's not only important to promote the transition towards clean energies, we need to take consideration of circularity of these projects. What is going to happen with the life cycle of the products and the materials we're using for these really important projects? So the second mega trend, and really fast, because I know you're familiar with this, is the fourth industrial revolution. What I want to show in this graph is that for me, it's not just an evolution, it's a discontinuity. And this is because of the really disruptive technologies we're finding behind Industry 4.0, IoT, big data, robotics, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, blockchain, which is really, really important for traceability, are disruptive technologies that are changing the way we do these projects and how we can make these circular business models a reality. So I want to leave you with this report that show the intrinsic relationship between circularity and the Internet of Things, digital transformation, and artificial intelligence. In fact, yesterday I interviewed Google for my podcast, and we talked about this and how it's crucial these technologies in order to promote circularity in the near future. So just as a really, really important idea is that we have no doubt that the business model of the fourth industrial revolution will be the circular economy. And the last big trend I want to speak about is the impact that we had with pandemic. In fact, it was so hard in terms of families, social, but also for the economy, but also for some concepts that we were really, really familiar for the last 40 years. A lot of people were concerned that the high impact that the pandemic had on our economies, and especially on the logistic supply chain, was changing or maybe destroying the concept of globalization. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm pretty sure that it changed the idea of how we will relate maybe forever. So what on our thoughts, what is going on, or what will be the impact of COVID-19 for global economy is that we are moving from globalization, which was the linear economy, industry 1.0 to 3.0, a really centralized world, which different geographic regions were defined for production, natural resources, and consumption, geopolitic mindset, and obviously fossil energy planet. We're moving right now towards a globalization worldview, which is a mixture of global thinking and local action. Globalization, which will be based on circular economy, industry 4.0, a more distributed world where everywhere you will have the design and manufacturing capabilities of doing things, not only some different geographic regions. You will move towards a biosphere consciousness or mindset, and we will, as I said before, we will be focused on green energy in order to move towards a circular economy. Data speaks by itself. This is a graph from Bloomberg showing that supply chains around the world are shifting towards onshoring, reshoring, nearshoring. I speak to a lot of CEOs, and everybody's moving their supply chains closer and closer, and doing this through the circular economy business model.